Folks, listen, Democrats are not even about policy anymore. Please stop arguing with your liberal friends about policy. Just don't, they're not about politics. They're all about punishment. No, I'm serious. They just want to punish you. They don't know anything. And what they know is wrong. Liberals are not serious people. I'm very sorry to have to tell you that. Don't debate them to win a debate because they're not interested. They just want to punish you. Debate them because there's someone else listening who's sane and is going to hear your arguments being cogent and rational, and they're going to hear the liberals respond with hate and anger, and you'll convince the third person. That's the only reason to debate a liberal. I've said this repeatedly on the show. You'll never convince. They just want to punish you. They're emotional creatures only. Why do you bring this up, Dan? I love when I ask myself questions as if you're talking to me. Listen, when the radio show launches in a couple weeks, you can call in the show and we can chat. But now I have to be you and ask myself questions. Proving again, liberals just want to punish you. They're not serious people. Here's a journal article. The capital gains revenue illusion. House Democrats are already asking for death exceptions. Their editorial board today, Wall Street Journal. What's this about? Joe Biden wants to raise the capital gains tax to a ridiculous 43.4%. Meaning if you have a stock and you made money, you're going to pay roughly 50% of those proceeds from your stock investment. By the way, money that's already been taxed by both the corporation and your income tax, you're going to be taxed again at roughly 50%. Take into account inflation, and you will rarely make money on a stock investment ever again in your life. Now, Joe Biden wants to raise the capital gains tax because he keeps telling people it's going to raise more money for the federal government. The problem, folks, nobody's actually telling Joe Biden that. Like no one, nobody. You don't believe me? Look at a Wall Street Journal piece. Penn Wharton, the business school. This is a nonpartisan actor here. These are not conservatives. Penn Wharton estimates that raising the top capital gains tax rate to 43.4% would shrink federal revenue by $33 billion over 10 years. That's a smaller hit than the Tax Foundation, another nonpartisan outlet, by the way, folks, which reports a $124 billion loss. But it acknowledges the same economic reality. Taxpayers in the range of the highest top rate will find ways to shrink their bills. So just to be clear, Joe Biden and his radical communist base right now are supporting a policy that will cost the government tax revenue, shut down the economy, and crush the value of stocks. And they're doing it because what? What's your reason again? Please tell me what your reason is. There is not a serious economic actor out there, serious, I'm not talking about liberals, who will tell you this capital gains tax hike is actually going to raise money. It's going to lose money as rich people take their money out of the United States. Not every nonpartisan entity out there is telling Biden this. And he's doing it anyway. Why? Because he hates you. And so do his communist allies. And they want to punish you if you make money. That's it. Can you please give me another reason? I'll wait. My coffee, there's no more left. Put a little cocoa at the bottom. You see that? Cocoa's good for you. Powerful antioxidant. I put it in my coffee. Real cocoa is very bitter, though. You got a reason yet? Guy, you got a reason why they're doing it? Joe, do you have a reason why they're doing it?
Nah, man, no reason.
Paula? No reason from Joe, none from Guy. Paula, getting a head nod there from Paula in the other room. They want to punish you. That's the only reason. You want to raise a tax that will lose the government money just to punish people, because that's what leftists are. So I quickly jotted down some other examples of the sadistic communist far left now. It is sadistic, right? By definition, they enjoy pain. Let me say, hold on. Let's get a definition of that. Stand by 1 second, folks. We're going to do this on the air. We're going to be doing this on my radio show, too, so it's going to get fun. Sadism, noun. The tendency to derive pleasure, especially gratification, from inflicting pain, suffering, or humiliation on others. Yeah, sounds about right. Sadistic. Like that. Sounds about right. So here's some other examples of leftist sadistic behavior. The lockdowns. They thought lockdowns would be a good idea. Nobody told them this was a good idea outside of some medical pseudo experts who got everything wrong, had but never calculated the economic losses or the other secondary impacts. Lockdowns were sadistic. The left also obstructs school choice, keeping people in crappy schools. That's kind of sadistic, don't you think? Enjoying people's pain while their kids' lives are destroyed over a terrible education, destroying people's businesses when you can't even point to a sound reason why you do that. Cancel culture, destroying people's lives because you don't like their politics. Just other examples of how the left, the communist left, now engages in sadism type behavior, enjoying the pain of others with no definable positive outcome at all. Disgusting.